This is the poorest zombie I've ever seen. It doesn't bite people. Instead, he is more interested in cabbage. Actually, it's not that it doesn't eat people, it's that it can't eat it. After starving for dozens of days, he finally saw someone living in this remote town. He attacks two women, but he can't even touch them, and the woman dosed him easily. They figure he is a boozy homeless dude. Then, some children come and throw stones at him. The problem is, no one takes him seriously. He goes after them, but he can't even catch those kids. Next, he decided to move on to another target. The zombie tries scaring a dog, but instead, the dog starts chasing him all over town. While the zombie is running from the dog, he crashes into a girl named Hey Ghoul. She sees him as a threat and gives him a kick where it really hurts. When she spots the dog chasing the guy, she starts running too. Now, the dog's on a mission, chasing not just the guy but also Hey Ghoul. As they sprint, Hey Ghoul bumps into her brother, Min. He has just returned to town after years of studying abroad. It turns out that Hey Ghoul is not running from the dog anymore. She is running from the zombie. Spotting his sister in the mix, Min joins the chaotic run. Suddenly, Hey Ghoul stumbles on the road. Just when it seems like the zombie might catch up, a tow truck driven by June, the elder brother of Min and Hey Ghoul, smacks into the zombie. June, who manages a rundown gas station, sends the zombie flying through the air and crashing to the ground. It makes June worried. He thinks he just hit a normal human. However, to everyone's surprise, the zombie is still kicking and moving. This zombie is just fine. The Park family is having a rough day. Mr. Man Duck, the father, gets tangled up with the same zombie. Attempting to evict the uninvited guest from the bathroom, Mr. Park puts in some effort. However, the zombie stays unresponsive. In an unexpected turn, the zombie takes a bite at Mr. Park's head, trying to feast on his brain. The struggle continues until the zombie is finally kicked out of the bathroom. It leaves Mr. Park with a rather unfortunate bite wound on his head. Meanwhile, June is sitting in his gas station, worrying over the zombie encounter. However, a siren interrupts his thoughts. Initially, he thinks it's the police, but it turns out to be an ambulance with Man Duck inside. The paramedic keeps insisting it's a dog bite, but that infuriates Man Duck. Despite his claims of being bitten by a human, no one believes him. Later that night, a strange noise makes Hey Ghoul and her father awake. Upon investigating, they discover the zombie munching on cabbages in their garage. Man Duck is quick to point fingers, telling Hey Ghoul that this guy was the one who bit him. He's convinced the zombie is back for round 2. Armed with a shovel, Man Duck takes swings at the zombie. June steps in, delivering a powerful kick. The zombie tumbles onto a sharp rod attached to the wall, piercing through its body. In a surprising twist, the zombie effortlessly frees itself from the rod and starts chasing the family. Terrified, the family comes out of the garage and secures the door. They figure out that this is not a normal person, but actually, it is a real zombie. Min quickly puts the pieces together and shows his family footage of folks affected by the zombie virus. Witnessing the instant transformation after a bite, the siblings distance themselves from their father. His pregnant daughter-in-law, Namju, takes action and smacks Man Duck with a pan. It renders him unconscious. They confine him to his room, a caravan, and lock the door to keep him restrained. As night falls, Min dives into his own investigation of the zombie virus. He writes down every detail in his survival diary. The next day, he gathers everyone and educates them on the virus, like how it spreads, the signs of rising body temperature and blood pressure in victims, and the slow transition into an immortal body. Amidst Min's explanation, Mr. Man Duck sneaks out of his caravan and sits beside Hey Ghoul. Everyone is shocked to see him. He appears unaffected by the bite, but when he opens his mouth to eat, Min takes action. Thinking the body no longer belongs to their dad but a zombie, he strikes him with a glass bottle. June starts chasing Min away because he believes what he did to her father was wrong. Man Duck wakes up again, but this time he looks younger. Seeing their friend's transformation, everyone gets excited. They bombard him with questions about the reason behind his sudden transformation. They're even willing to pay a hefty sum of money if Man Duck spills the secret. Man Duck's dream to go on Hawaii vacation has always been unsuccessful because of financial conditions. However, upon witnessing the money-making potential tied to his transformation, now he can finally fulfill his dream. He understands that the zombie is the reason why he gets younger. He gets an idea. He can now use that zombie to make some money. Excited, He leads his friends to the garage, only to discover that the zombie is missing. It turns out Min got wind of his father's plan. To make some money for himself, he kidnapped the zombie. Taking advantage of a friend's connection, Min arranges for a company interested in experimenting on the zombie in exchange for cash. As Min speeds towards potential financial relief, the police intervene. They pull him over and discover the zombie in the trunk. Min attempts to make a run for it, but his escape is short-lived as he ultimately gets caught. Man Duck and the rest of the family arrive at the police station, not to free Min but the zombie. Inside the station, Min explains to the cops why he abducted the zombie. He lays out his entire research on the zombie virus, emphasizing that the man sitting next to them is no longer human but a mere zombie. Unfortunately, his efforts fall deaf ears, as nobody believes his tale. Nightfall brings a shocker for everyone, as they discover the zombie's teeth are missing. It turns out Nam Chu took matters into her own hands. She pulled up the zombie's teeth to prevent further infections. Man Duck's grand plan seems to be failing. However, he hatches a new scheme. Determined to keep the money flowing, he decides to fit the zombie with a fresh set of fake teeth from one of his friends. Through a hole in the garage, the men offer their arms, and the zombie bites them. With each bite, the Park family pockets some cash. The following day, the men are overjoyed to discover themselves looking younger than before. The physical transformation isn't lost on the other villagers, who are shocked to witness this strange change in their neighbors. While everyone is caught up in the zombie business, Hey Ghoul is forming an unusual bond with the zombie. She affectionately names him John Bai. She takes him to a cabbage field, where he satisfies his hunger by devouring numerous cabbages. Finally, Hey Ghoul has found a companion with whom she can share her thoughts. They play together. Amidst their fun moments, a romantic scene unfolds as the zombie accidentally falls on Hey Ghoul. However, being the possessive brother, June intervenes and kicks the zombie away. He is assuming the worst, that he is assaulting his sister. After ensuring Hey Ghoul is unharmed, June breathes a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, the villagers have witnessed noticeable changes in their neighbors. They flock to the gas station. Surprisingly, they aren't seeking revenge for the bites. Instead, they're lining up to receive bites from the zombies themselves. More and more people join the queue, eager to turn back the clock and become younger. With each bite, the Park family's assets swell, providing enough funds to relaunch their gas station. The zombie becomes an integral part of their newfound family. He upgrades from the garage to a caravan, and is even fitted with a new set of teeth, which he happily uses to munch on cabbages. Hey Ghoul takes him to a barber shop for a makeover, and he emerges looking more handsome than ever. With his behavior now in check, the zombie contributes to the gas station by working as a window cleaner. The family excitedly reopens their gas station, fueled by the money they had gathered. However, the next day brings a rude awakening, as they discover their cash box completely empty. It turns out that Man Duck has stolen all the money and set off for Hawaii, leaving the family in shock. In the midst of this chaos, Min realizes it's his turn to take advantage of the zombie. However, Hey Ghoul sees through his intentions and packs some essentials for him. The girl takes the zombie to the forest and equips it with some cabbages. She tells it to go away because she doesn't want it to be exploited anymore. The girl starts walking away, but the zombie follows after her. The two of them have grown to be close to each other. The girl tells him to walk away, and then she starts running, making her point clear. In the meantime, Min enters the trailer house. He realizes that the zombie is gone. He looks around the whole town for it and eventually finds it at the same place where the girl left it. He takes the zombie to the nearest bus station, and he buys 2 tickets for the two of them. Elsewhere, one of Man Duck's friends is marrying a younger woman like he wanted, but when it is time to kiss the bride, he bites her instead. In fact, all of the people who got bitten by the zombies start acting crazy, and they transform into zombies gradually. Soon, a zombie outbreak is taking place in the whole state. In this dire moment, they finally comprehend that Min was right all along. Their decision to infect others has turned their once thriving village into a nightmarish area of the undead. In the face of the zombie onslaught, Hey Ghoul comes to the rescue with Min's zombie survival guide. They gear up with additional clothing and makeshift helmets crafted from pots to shield themselves from bites. Despite their efforts, the relentless zombies manage to breach the gas station. It forces the family to retreat to the garage through a window. Just as they find themselves surrounded by the undead, Min arrives just in the nick of time. He uses fireworks to divert the attention of the zombies, creating a spectacle of light and sound. However, June attempts to communicate with Min from a distance, cautioning him against using fireworks near the gas station due to the risk of igniting the gas tanks. In an unexpected turn of events, the fireworks set off a chain reaction, illuminating the sky above the gas station with a dazzling display. The bright lights attract more and more zombies, drawn to the sensitivity of light and sound. Among the approaching undead is none other than the friendly zombie. Amidst the encroaching horde of zombies, Namju's water breaks, and she goes into labor. In a panic, the family decides to secure the caravan to the truck and rush Namju to an out-of-town hospital. Leveraging the friendly zombies' clothes, Min and June disguise themselves to smell like zombies. It enables them to navigate through the undead without detection. Acting like zombies, they successfully attach the wire between the caravan and the truck. However, a problem arises. The truck's key is nowhere to be found. In their search for the key, Min and June inadvertently turn on the lights. This action attracts even more zombies. Surrounded, Hey Ghoul comes to their rescue, wielding an electric saw. She manages to divert the zombies' attention, but now they are ready to attack her. Among the horde is the friendly zombie, who surprisingly intervenes to save Hey Ghoul from the threat. A sudden spark causes the gas station's speaker to turn on. It feels like the party's just started. With the combination of fireworks and the blaring sound, the zombies' attention is successfully diverted. The family seizes the opportunity to escape the gas station, but Hey Ghoul is distressed because the friendly zombie is not with them. Simultaneously, he also feels a sense of loss as Hey Ghoul departs. Uttering her name, he becomes the target of other zombies. It feels like he is also a human. Maybe, after all, he is. In a touching moment, the friendly zombie releases his lighter. It triggers a massive explosion that engulfs the gas station. While the family has escaped, June turns into a zombie because he is also bitten by the zombie, and they have to stop the truck. They trap June inside the truck. At that time, Man Duck also appears from his Hawaii trip. Astonishingly, despite being bitten by a zombie, he appears perfectly healthy. Through the car's radio, the family receives news that the zombie virus is spreading. The report emphasizes that the only individuals capable of restoring those affected are those immune to the virus. In a sudden twist, it becomes apparent that Man Duck may hold the key to a potential cure. His immunity could allow him to use his bite to bring back the afflicted individuals, providing a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. 6 months have passed since the outbreak, and the Park family remains committed to their mission of turning zombies back into humans. Man Duck is assigned to bite each zombie, whether it is dirty or bloodied. However, the sheer number of lives to be saved has taken a toll on Man Duck, leaving him exhausted and weary of biting hundreds of people. In a revealing flashback, it's revealed that Zhang Bai survived the gas station explosion by finding shelter beneath the crowd. Having recovered, he now joins forces with the family in their efforts to rescue the affected individuals. Despite the challenges, all family members, except for Man Duck, find fulfillment in helping the zombies.